2010. This morning at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Savings Time, whatever they want to call it. This morning at 11:45, I typed the words "the end" to the end of my manuscript after writing 50,900 plus words. The last chapter was nothing like I thought it was going to be when I started writing the book. Usually my last chapters, as I explained in the previous blog, are wrap-ups. I solve the whole crime, caper, in the next to last chapter, and then wrap up all the loose ends in the chapter after. Well, there weren't a lot of loose ends, but even though I had technically solved the caper in the chapter before, there was still one thing left unfinished that I could have left go. But I decided last night not to let it go, and wrote the last two chapters in such a way that the ending of my story came out actually be a very exciting ending. I'm very impressed with the way it turned out. And I also used a little time displacement gimmick in the end that I've never used before, where I begin the chapter after the story's over, go into a flashback of the conclusion of the story, and then come back out to after the story is over again. And I also ended the story in a way that was a little bit different. The ending is actually very faith-affirming, which is unusual because all the books before it are written from the point of view of my narrator, Cattleya Hoskin, who is a non-religious person. And there are stories about the detective, Luther Schwartz, who is an atheist. Through the story, though, this particular story, it was essential that Cattleya be having an inner exploration all through the story. And at the end, she realizes of herself that she does have faith, but it's not a faith that she anticipated having. And so, like I said, the ending is very faith-affirming in a way that I think is true to the character. So I'm very happy with the way the book came out. From this point on, we're going to start editing the story, probably start looking for a agent. If I can't find an agent, then I'll start looking directly for a publisher. Next November, I have one more story in the series that I want to write. So I'll be doing Nano again next year with one more novel for this story series. So the series will then be 4 novels and 2 novellas. The 4 novels are going to be called Extreme Unction, Common Sense, this novel, Shared Disbelief, and my next novel for next Nano, 5 Secrets. That's the working title for the next novel. The 2 short stories are Overlord and Counterfeit. Overlord is available online for you to read if you would like to read it now. I'll link it at the bottom. Hopefully some of you will read it and give me some feedback on it. I appreciate that. Also, anybody who wants to help me with this book, as far as maybe reading it through to give me feedback, I'll be glad to send files of this first draft to Tribo's to this YouTube channel. That offer will, of course, go away as soon as I have a final draft, which I'll be sending off to agents and publishers. But I do need feedback, so if anybody wants to help me, I appreciate your offer. So, looking forward to Nano next year. Yeah.